Hello, this is an audio vision. We made it on February the 11th, 2025. We were in the Red Deer Hospital in a side room of a hall with a curtain. There's a fourth wall, which explains why there's the background noise from the hall area. I had left the room area for about 15 minutes and returned to find Pam in very deep, deep impacted state and sobbing and asked what was happening. When she said that she'd had a vision, I immediately got their phone and recorded this. And we decided to share it with a bit of a preamble to explain some things. And that's about it. A month later, we were in hospice and have been there now for a couple of months. So we do hope that whatever the Lord has in this for you, you would be able to hear and take and really be impacted to whatever extent Holy Spirit would choose to do, and that we would all be receptive to receive. So here goes with our questions for Pam as to what happened. So here we are with some questions for Pam. Honey, I just want to know as much as you can tell me and others how the experience was. Like, were you actually seeing mountains and seeing the lightning? And in the vision, you were feeling things, but was there any visual? Do you recall if there was any visual part to it?
Not exactly. I wasn't like in a TV room or something where I saw something on a big color screen TV. But I do remember one time, because it had been so vivid to myself and my daughters, that when we climbed a volcano in Guatemala, I remember seeing the lava. So that was visual, but I don't remember anything else being specifically.
So there was certainly the senses involved from listening to it. Yeah. And have you ever had anything like this before?
No, not exactly. I've had pictures for people, some kind of scene or a picture that describes something to somebody, but not anything more than that.
So no 4-minute experiences.
No.
Okay. Is there anything that comes to mind? I remember when you were a doctor that listened to this shortly after and asked you if this made any difference in how you dealt with or thought of your situation you were in, referring to the cancer and looking at hospice and that. Uh, and your reply was that no, it didn't make a difference. It seemed to you it was more like an end times thing.
Yeah, I didn't think it had to do with my going on to be with the Lord, particularly, but that it definitely was something to do with the Lord's return.
That's kind of neat. Yeah, I know you've been ready to go home. We've both been ready to go home for a long time, and you're still in that position. And so I can't think of too much more to ask you. Do you have any other thoughts you want to add?
No.
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 We're done then.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Pam.
Let's go to the vision.
Okay, honey.
I was just here thinking, and I was struggling with a bit of anxiety, I guess. And
all of a sudden this joy started creeping up from underneath. And it started way down in the depths of the ocean. This sound came forth. Depths we've never experienced. And out of it came sounds that, like, my ears could hardly understand it. It was so full. And then it became like an orchestra out of the whole earth. The sound of the animals and the lightning and the volcanoes, the thunder, and just the voice of God coming from every single direction, proclaiming His goodness and His majesty in a way that we've never, ever heard before. Couldn't contain it. It just spilled into everything. That included lights, and I mean, it wasn't just sounds, it was lights and sensations and feelings and rumblings and growls, and I can't even describe it. And it was just so overwhelming to understand that it started with picturing Jesus going through the veil and having access to the heavens and the shouts and the acclamations and the voices of those who have seen more than we have. And it was beyond words. It just filled me. I couldn't even contain it. I couldn't contain it. It was so immense. And I just longed for that. Can't wait to be part of it. We sing the word shouts of acclamation, and we are going to be so undone when it comes. Beauty beyond measure.